Hi dear friends, this is Dmitro, your English tutor. You're welcome to call me Dima. In this short video, let's practice on the section speaking at famous Duolingo test, Duolingo English test. I will now do probably one real task from this section and you will listen. And of course, I invite you to join me in my effort, to stop the video when it's convenient to you and to answer this question. You understand? Yeah. So to give your response. In this way, you practice, you feel at least some portion, a bit of adrenaline. And then what will be even more beneficial, I highly recommend that you record yourself, you see. Just you record, you listen, you record, you listen. Yeah, most likely you will not like and appreciate your answer because you will say, oh my god, yes. Everybody has to go through this and it's a normal state of mind. Firstly, you will be very unhappy, probably. But then you will love your delivery more and more because we are all unique. There are no standards. There are only probably some recommendations. And so remember please that if you just listen to for example, I will do it, I will answer. I'm not a non-native speaker, so my answers are not ideal. They're far from ideal. Notwithstanding, and that said, my students sometimes get 130, 140 at Duolingo. So, and if we consider all sections and all skills, I'm, let's say, cooler than they are. So I would get more than 130 and 40 at Duolingo English test. That's why, even despite my mistakes, blunders and everything, I'm sure that I would do very well because I feel the principle. I'm a linguist all my life and I have been tutoring people for 25 years for different tests and also beginners and everything. Yeah, I love English, I love tutoring. I'm born to be a tutor and a coach. That's why I know what I'm talking about. So please listen very attentively. Though this channel is very small and young and not many followers, I don't know why. Some people even wonder why. Recently, a couple of guys wrote me that they have got 140 and 145 at Duolingo, mostly due to my videos and some other resources. So, and they say that this channel has been the most helpful to them while preparing for Duolingo. So please, again, please pay attention. Okay, a couple of recommendations. This task, listen and speak, it allows you to speak for 90 seconds, and I encourage you greatly to speak for 90 seconds. You see, you're speaking 90, not 85, of course 86, 87, but not 55 or something. This will ruin your answer. Never be taciturn or reserved in your English speaking. Speaking loves abundance and richness and enthusiasm. Never, it's one of the greatest mistakes ever made by candidates that if he or she says, I'm an introvert, and so a bit of such a morose person and gloomy, and I don't like expressing myself orally. If you don't like expressing yourself orally, so you will not study in your college, you will go to another college, you will skip a year because you will not pass Duolingo or other English test. You understand? Yeah. So your principles, they don't concern, and nobody's interested in your principles, especially Duolingo algorithm, AI algorithm. That's why you have to alter yourself a bit to modify your delivery, your behavior. Not betraying yourself. I hope you understand the difference with my limited probably English, but you understand that you're not going to fail, no, to let yourself down. Duolingo is your performance. You see, performance and competition. Remember, athletes who practice for, let's say, 10 years, and then 20 seconds they perform some gymnastics, stunts in front of the judges. Yeah, 20 seconds and 10 years. Imagine that a gymnast says, no, I don't want to betray myself, I want to be as I am, so for these 20 seconds I'll not go over the top, I'll just perform how I usually perform at my training and let them all kiss some organ, yeah? Of course, they will get most probably very low score because Duolingo is your performance, and if it is your performance, you have to dissolve your mentality in this performance for 1 hour. You see, so and then when you let's say okay, when you get out of it, yes, then you will return to your normal state of mind. But for the time being, please consider reforming, restructuring, and rethinking your delivery, because it's very, very important. Okay, what else? So speak a lot, even if you're an introvert. Nobody's interested in your psychological aspects, yeah? Then, don't make pauses. The most awful thing, number 2, is your long pauses between your sentences. The only exception is that when you gather in your thoughts, yeah, but the system feels that you are wanting to speak, but you're just from my perspective. And then, and I want to say that something like that, but never please do the. And I think that one of the most interesting things that was when I came to my friend and he, and then you feel that you have forgotten a word, yeah, and you make a pause of 5 seconds. That he, and then you are silent, yes, and then you remember something but you're not sure yet, and you continue, and anyway you can cut off already 30-40 points from your answer. So pauses are your killer number 2. If you don't know what to speak, you can always find a synonym. And remember please, you can always express any complicated notion in primitive English words. So this is your savior. Of course, we work it out at our private lessons more thoroughly, and I'm not going now to delve into it just very extremely thoroughly, but I feel you understand the principle. If you want to learn some intricacies of this, you're welcome to my private sessions. All the contacts are displayed in this video and below the video, so you're welcome. I cost some money, but I deliver you the result. Yeah, so killer number 2 is your pauses. What else? Abundance, yes, and a little bit of redundancy. Please love redundancy. Those introductory phrases, linking phrases, transitions, everything. It's speaking, it's not writing. You're welcome to I think, I believe, oh yeah, I have almost forgotten, yes, oh yes, and one more important aspect that I should mention is that, something like that, you see? So you start your sentences, not everyone, not each sentence, but probably, I don't know, 60% of them, with some introductory phrase, because it makes your speech more alive, more natural, and more polite to the listener. Okay. So let's try now. We will. You have 30 seconds before the very exercise, like to listen for 3 times to your question. Yeah, you have 3 attempts to listen, to understand, to collect your thoughts, and to shoot. Okay, let's listen, please.
Talk about an important decision or choice that you made in your life. How long ago was it? What was the result, and was it a good choice?
So I hope you understand this. Speaking about some important choice that you made, let's say 10 or 5 or 20 years ago, doesn't matter. How do you feel about it now? Like no remorse, no regrets. Was it a good choice, not a good choice? And of course, please specify what the choice was. You understand that you're not obliged to tell any truth. You can conjure up your story right now. It's welcome even, it's not like only allowed. It's very beneficial. On the other hand, if you remember some choice which you made, choice can be anything, about career, about buying a car, about buying a telephone, about dating a girl or a boy, about living in some country, yes, about buying some clothes, any choice. Because if you say that it was important to you, it really was. Nobody is entitled to judge you just how important it was. Okay, and don't think, please, very deep. Don't overthink it. It's just speaking. You will kill your answer with deep thinking, because to deliver a very deep philosophical answer, you have to have an extremely high level of English. Nobody wants your extremely high level of English in this speaking, because you will not be able to deliver it. You are a non-native speaker, I'm sure of that. And okay, so let's listen once more.
Talk about an important decision or choice that you made in your life. How long ago was it? What was the result, and was it a good choice?
Okay, and given that we have 3 attempts, let's listen again.
Talk about an important decision or choice that you made in your life. How long ago was it? What was the result, and was it a good choice?
Okay. I really made a decision about what to speak just during first seconds when I firstly heard the question, you see? Because I'm not going to really to poke around in my memories, reminiscences, and to reminisce, yes, and to go under like self-hypnosis and remember something most important. It's idiocy. It will kill your answer. You just pick up anything you like and speak about it. Like even yesterday, if you had a situation yesterday whether to castrate your cat or not, yes, it was a choice. You're welcome to speak about it. The only thing is that try please to feel, if you can, in 2-3 seconds, probably you remember more cool words, let's say some on phrases and collocations on some specific topic. You understand? Cars or career or medicine or something like that, yeah? Or girls or food, cuisine. If you feel that you love cuisine, try please to speak about that choice which you made about some cuisine question, something like that. Culinary, yeah. Okay, so I will speak now for about 90 seconds. I don't have a timer now and I don't care because you will judge for yourself how many seconds. Probably I'll speak a bit more, but not a big deal. If the system cuts you short, so it's okay. The system sees that you were so enthusiastic then and you were so focused upon the question that you didn't notice the timer. It's okay, not a big deal. Just don't worry. Okay, so let's start. Yeah. So speaking about those choices, I want to say that every one of us is facing multiple choices in his or her life, but probably now I don't know such flashes of a very interesting and important dilemma and choice that I made maybe 30 years ago something. When I was 17 or 16 years old, I was finishing my high school and I was going to make a choice whether to apply to a local university to study linguistics and coaching and tutoring, or to go to a specialized academy for internal affairs. And my parents, probably especially my granddad, they wanted me to enroll to that internal affairs academy, but I was feeling some hesitation inside of me, though I could easily apply both there and there because I had won some Olympiads in linguistics and also I had passed all those physical tests and yes, PE and so on. But just probably 3-4 hours before the deadline, the very deadline, I made a choice to go to my linguistics university, which I'm very happy about. I have been a tutor for probably 25 years of my life, and I have been helping people to get what they want, to build their careers, to follow follow their dreams and their creative endeavors. So I'm feeling that I'm just in my own place. I'm not like a fish out of water. I'm really a fish in my water. So I'm very happy that I plucked up the courage and resisted and stood up for myself. I mean, there was some kind of a controversy among my parents and me, but my parents, luckily, they weren't so zombied like some parents are and weren't insisting till the end on their option. And so when I remember that choice, I feel deep harmony and resonance inside of me because all my life I have been living as I should have lived. I have followed my bliss and it has returned to me 100 times. Okay, something like that. You know the phrase something like that, don't please say it. I'm saying it to you, so yes, because it's an empty air filler, which probably, the last phrase, if to be very, very deep and specific, the last phrase of oral, let's say, narration is very important. The last segment of any process is extremely important. If you're a speaker, a public speaker, and you have produced such an intriguing and invigorating speech, but the last sentence say, okay, my friend, something like that. You kill the whole, if you have been speaking for half an hour with this only phrase, okay, my friends, that's like it, yeah, you have killed your whole speech. So never please do say like that, yes, like, oh, that's it, okay, and yeah, I think I'm done. Because probably for the computer system, it's not a big deal, but who knows how Duolingo programmed their artificial intelligence, yeah, we don't know. Okay, my friends, so I highly encourage you to do the same, to follow my example, to listen to this question and to speak for 90 seconds, to record yourself and to listen to yourself, to feel what can be improved, what are you really good at, something like that, yeah? It will improve, it will help you to improve your speaking even without a tutor, yes? Because let's say an inefficient tutor is worse than no tutor at all, yes, especially when we prepare to test, because you're usually limited in time. This time scarcity, it gets on your nerves, yes, and yes, so you don't have time to squander. Like, you don't have 3 years, you have 2 weeks, and you have to do a miracle about your English to attain what you want. Okay, my friends, once again, I welcome you to my private sessions. You can read everything necessary to apply or you can write to me directly in WhatsApp or Viber. I have placed the contacts. I wish you success at Duolingo and see you in our next video.